Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to our Junior School Assembly. So I'm going to ask you a question. I like to ask you questions in Assembly. My first question is, how are you this morning? Now, I expect if I could hear you, you'd all say things like, I'm fine, yeah, I'm good, thank you. But actually, I wonder if that's how you really feel. If somebody asks me how I feel, I tend to say, oh, fine, everything's fine, all fine. But actually, some days I don't necessarily feel fine. Some days I feel quite stressed. And this morning is one of those mornings when I've been feeling quite stressed because I knew I had to do my live assembly. I've had all sorts of things to sort out around the school. I've had things to try and balance. A lot of what I do is trying to balance everyone's wishes. So for me, the most important thing is that you are all in school and safe, or if you're at home, that you're getting the things that you need at home to carry on with your education. And as you know, we've all spent a lot of time at home recently, and so coming back into school, it can be quite stressful. So before all the teachers came back into school, they all had a day in school getting organised and getting used to all the new routines so that when you came back, we could make it as smooth as possible for you. And I know walking around, I've seen how good you are at lining up in your pods, how good you are at standing apart, sitting apart, and wiping down your desks between the lessons, wiping down your iPads. You're all doing really, really well, but it's quite different and quite strange for all of us. And I just want to say to you all this morning, don't worry. If you're finding all of this a bit strange, don't worry. You're probably in a pod, so you're not with your usual class. Some of you aren't with your usual class teacher. But it doesn't matter. Some of you are at home, so you're probably thinking, what are they all doing at school? Am I missing out? And some of you at school are probably thinking, my brothers and sisters are at home. I'm missing out. So all of us are feeling just a little bit odd at the moment, aren't we? The teachers, some of them, their children are at home, or the rest of their family are at home, but they're back in school, and it feels very, very strange. And what I want to say to you is, don't worry about it. Right? Don't worry if you're finding your friendships a bit different or a bit difficult at the moment. We've all had nearly 3 months at home, so when you see people again, it's bound to be a bit strange. Don't worry, you might be finding some of the work a bit difficult. It doesn't matter. It's going to be different. It's going to feel a bit strange for you all right? What's important is that you don't worry and that you keep on going. You come to school every day and you're patient with yourself and with everybody around you, right? There's no need to rush, all right? We're back and we will gradually find our way through all this together, okay? I know some of you, I had a conversation with some girls yesterday. Some of them were saying, I didn't manage to do very much at home with remote learning because my mum was always working or my dad was always working. And then she said, and other people, their parents have sat with them and helped them do everything. And she said, I don't think I'll ever catch up. Yes, you will. Right? We know that some of you have done loads and some of you haven't been able to do very much. That doesn't matter. Right? We know that. Your teachers know that. And we will be able to make sure that wherever you are, we will be able to help you move forward. So please don't worry. So if today someone says to you, how are you? Don't be frightened to say, well, actually, I'm a bit worried, or actually, I'm a bit worried about my work, I'm a bit worried about my friends, because all your teachers are here to help you. All right. Now then, we're going to sing our hymn. Okay, and then I want to talk about the end of term. So our hymn this morning is going to be, He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. Because I know pre-prep, I want to see you doing all the actions to this. All right, it's one of our favourites, isn't it? Here we go. Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much. Right, I went down to see the girls in 6D pod this morning, and I asked them a question. I said, have you ever achieved anything that you're proud of? And Lottie put her hand up and said, yes, I'm very proud because I got to the regionals in swimming. And then Imi put her hand up and said, yeah, I got my handicap in golf down to 17. And then Aria put her hand up and said, I'm very proud of what I did in a netball tournament. And then I asked them the next question. I said, that's fantastic, right? That's a huge achievement, huge achievements. How did you manage to achieve that? So I want you to think, what have you achieved? Is there anything you've ever achieved that you're really proud of? It could be at school, it could be at home. Right? It could be to do with work, it could be to do with friendships. What is it that you're really proud of that you've achieved? Because every single one of you will have something, right? So think about it. How did you manage to achieve those things? And I think every one of us is going to answer the same, as did those girls in 6D this morning. They all said, I got there with hard work and practice and never giving up. And that's very true. Whatever you achieve in life, you tend to get there because of hard work, keeping on practicing, and not giving up when the going gets tough. So, as we approach the end of term, normally it's a time, isn't it, when we look back over the year and we say, what have I achieved? So what have I achieved in year one? What have I achieved this year? And especially for our year sixes. Okay, normally we have a big speech day, prize giving afternoon in the main hall, and we all think about what have year six achieved. Some of you even from when you were here in kindergarten. Now this year, obviously, it's going to be slightly different, and your teachers are beavering away behind the scenes, making sure that although it's different, it's going to be very, very special for you. And I want you to be thinking about what have you achieved? Because each one of you, I know, has shown hard work, lots of practice, and not giving up. Now, prize giving is always quite tricky, because ultimately, I would love to be able to give every one of you a beautiful silver cup like this and say to you, oh, it's amazing. Here's your beautiful silver cup, off you go. But if I gave every single person a silver cup, that would start to be, well, hang on, that's a bit strange if everybody got a silver cup. And unfortunately, there aren't 42 silver cups. However, sometimes it's important to acknowledge those people who've just gone that little bit extra. So when we do our prize giving, sorry girls, but not everybody will get a silver cup, I'm afraid. However, every single one of you is going to get something, and every single one of you we know has achieved over your time at Talbot Heath. Some of you might not have been here for very long. That doesn't matter, but you will have achieved things during your time here. Okay, and so next week we're going to have a big celebration for the year sixes to make sure that they realise that we very much value everything that they've done through their time in the junior school here with us. Now then, today, as you go about your day, right, remember, right, don't get stressed, keep calm and be patient with everybody around you, all right? Do your best, right? Sometimes it does seem as though people don't notice what you're doing, but we do. At the moment, I'm writing everybody's report comment, and it's fantastic because I read about you all and I know that your teachers know you and care about you very much. Just a couple of things about next week that I think some of your parents might like to know. Next Friday, the whole school does close at 11:30 in the morning next Friday. Some parents have been emailing me, but yes, we are going to close at 11:30 next Friday. That is a short day, right? But we will be running till 11:30 next Friday. The other thing I know that has happened is sometimes the teacher teaching a pod might have to change. Because we're running extra classes so that we can offer education to everybody, then there are teachers who have come in to help us for a specific time. And one of those is Mrs. West, who's with Pod 4A, and she's done a fantastic job in there, but she works all year round and she's actually got a holiday booked. So today is her last day, but I've already arranged who's going to come and sit with that pod and run that pod. And tomorrow, and for most of next week, that's going to be Mrs. Eels, which I know you all know. So Mrs. Eels will be in running the Year 4A pod. So don't worry about that. Don't worry, right? I will make sure that you have somebody with you who's ready to look after you every single day. Right, let's put our hands together and say our prayer, please. Dear Lord, help us to remember that even if we don't feel fine or good, that you are there to help us. Help us to remember that we're all feeling the same. We're all feeling a bit nervous, a bit wobbly. None of us are very sure what's happening with all the new rules and regulations. Help us to remember that we are here and we're all helping each other. Help us to be patient today with everybody we meet. Amen. Right, enjoy your days. Year 6, I believe you've got a science test on the horizon. So remember, do your best, right? And I'm sure that you've worked hard. And if you've worked hard and practiced, you will achieve, won't you? Okay, have a great day, everybody. And I shall see you out and about on the playgrounds. Bye-bye.